And we're back with game number 2 of Godde versus Anarchid in the Evolution RTS 1 vs 1 get-together invitational. The reason it's called that, for anyone who is curious, is because normally on Saturdays we have get-togethers at 10 a.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, or 5 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And so, yeah, be sure to come and show up if you would like to play with us. Pretty much we just all get together and play some team games, play some 1 vs 1, some FFAs, and there we go. Okay, looks like these guys have readied up, and we're going to go ahead and start the game. Here we go. Okay, in the bottom left with the very fast area mechs command, we have Godde in the blue. And in the bottom right, we have Anarchid with an equally fast area mechs command. And he is going to go amphibious again. And with a very nice Dwarf Fortress quote. Now, I'm going to actually leave the chat on this game. Hopefully it doesn't become too distracting. If it does, I will turn it off. But, okay. Looks like Anarchid's getting his factory up. And Godde is also going for amphibious. Amphibious is really nice on a map like this, because amphibious tanks are very, very fast. And they can cross these map distances very quickly. So, looks like Anarchid is going to go ahead and play a better safe than sorry card and stick up a lightning rod behind his factory. Godde is continually pushing, and he's actually quite outpacing Anarchid's metal income. Basically, we have, looks like 6 metal income to 3.5 right now. Anarchid is very, looks like he's very worried about getting hit from any side with buggies. Now, the interesting thing is, and Shirt Stain cheering on the Swedes. Okay. Anarchid does have a very nice defense setup. If Godde moves in here with snakes, he is going to lose them all very quickly. This is a lot to go up against. Now, Razors, not so much. Razors will likely be able to take out the turrets without too much trouble. And it does look like Anarchid is trying to tech up to, my guess would be Dicers, because he would probably like the riot capabilities. Now, Godde is also putting up his first advanced generator, which will rocket him ahead if he can get it up in time, but it doesn't look like he's going to be attacked anytime soon, so he's pretty much going for it, and he's almost there. And this will allow him to get out fast gunships and bombers. Does look like Anarchid is going ahead and taking out a metal extractor. Now he's working down the Overseer, which not necessarily a good choice, because the Overseer can just continually EMP, and Godde will probably just continually EMP until he can get some forces up here. And now he's going to reveal his hand. There is Wildcats on the field, and instantly Anarchid throwing down turrets. And I imagine that he's also got icons queued up as well, starting on his own advanced generator. I don't expect these Wildcats to be able to do too much except for take out several snakes here, so we'll just see how that works out for him. And Anarchid does have 2 defense turrets up here, so they should be able to protect this area fairly well. Now, these other areas are also protected by turrets. Anarchid is being very defensive in this game, and it's actually working out for him pretty well. And yet again manages... I do not understand how these guys do this. Yeah, that little tank doesn't know what's going on. Okay, looks like Wildcats are moving in on the center. He's going to lose one of them. And it looks like Godde is really relying on air here. And on the bright side of things, it is giving him an advantage map-wise, but at the same time, Anarchid is very well defended. He's going to lose a Wildcat here, 2 Wildcats, 3 Wildcats, and looks like he may lose a 4th. No, he does not lose the 4th. And Godde is way ahead of Anarchid in the income. He has 22 income to 12, and 31 energy income to 18. But at the same time, he is also having to deal with these turrets that are going up everywhere, and he's losing Wildcats at a fairly intense pace. Oh, doesn't lose that last one. But we have basically a bit of a tower defense scenario going on over here. Godde is now producing hover tanks from his factory in the center. And it looks like Anarchid is content to continue spamming advanced generators. Unfortunately, his income is way low. However, these snakes should be able to move in and take out some of these crushers if they are microed well, but unfortunately there's just too many. Anarchid's Overseer is also in a not particularly good spot. He needs to hurry up and get his Overseer out of there. There he goes. The EMP's the ones in the front. Unfortunately, there are a lot of crushers barreling down here. And I'm not sure if Anarchid is in any way going to be ready for this. However, he does have an air plant up. He can get some Wildcats up and take care of this fairly easily. And that's what he does. 1 Wildcat working on number 2. If nothing else, he can actually scare them away pretty easily. And we've got Spitter on the high ground. 3 Wildcats, 4 Wildcats about. There we go. And all these tanks are going to go down very quickly. However, Godde with his huge income lead, I mean, we're talking 25 to 9. Godde is going to be able to just shove units down Anarchid's throat at this point. And there's not a whole lot Anarchid can do about it. To make things even worse, he's got tons of coyotes just pumping out. And yeah, it looks like this is probably going to be curtains for Anarchid. At this point, I do not know what he can do to deal with this. This is not a good situation. And there come the coyotes again, and wow, that is a lot of anti-air. We do have Spitters on the high ground though, and they're going to make good use of that and take out these crushers, probably before the crushers can even make it up the hill. It's not really going to matter though, because bombers have just moved in, and there go Anarchid's factories and his generators. And that's pretty much all she wrote for that. And Anarchid calls GG. And there we go. Excellent game by both players. So we'll move on to game 3.